I am slightly terrified right now. I think I'm going to end up going through all the emotions. Hello, you lovely lot. My name's Lauren. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hello. If you have not gathered from the first clip or the title of this video is a 24-hour readathon. But the way I'm going to do it is the way I've done it before, where I do 12 hours and then 12 hours, so that I'm actually not reading for 24 hours straight and I am sleeping in between this. So, it is currently 9:30. So I am going to start at 10 and I'm going to do 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and then I will do the same tomorrow. Yeah, let's get into it and I will show you my lineup before I set up. Okay, I am going to show you my lineup now. I have only picked 3, but if I do need to pick another one, then I will. I just don't want to go in too ambitious when I know that last time I only finished 2 books and got halfway through another. So the first book I've picked is The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. I will probably read this one first just because not only is it a library book, but I actually have learnt to love this woman's writing. If you watched my last vlog, then you will know that I was so glad I gave her a second chance. So yeah, that is book number 1. Book number 2 and 3 are quite short, but I think this one's shorter than book 3. And this is The Ghost House by Helen Pfeffer. If I say that wrong, please correct me down in the comment section. But yeah. And essentially, when a search for a missing girl turns into a hunt for a serial killer, Annie fears that history may be repeating itself. Because basically Annie works for the police force. So when this girl goes missing, it actually turns to a search for a serial killer that they've been looking for. And then book number 3 is Your Child Next by MJ Allage and Anzi Maslin. And this one says they faked your child's death, and if you don't give them what they want, they will make it a reality. So I'm really excited for this one as well. I bought these 2 in the works the other day. If you watched my Read With Me for a Week vlog, which is the one that I posted the other day, then you will see me buy these. So go watch that. Oopsies. But yeah, that is my lineup for today's readathon, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, it's just about 10 a.m, which means it's time for the first book of the readathon, and I have just had a look at the synopsis for this one, because I actually hadn't looked when I took it out of the library. So yeah, I'm going to read it to you. Be careful who you let in. In a large house in London's fashionable Chelsea, a baby is awake in her cot. Well fed and cared for, she's happily waiting for someone to pick her up. In the kitchen lie 3 decompressing corpses. Close to them is a hastily scrawled note. They have been dead for several days. Who has been looking after the baby and where did they go? So yeah, if that doesn't draw you in, I don't know what will, because that definitely made me more tempted to read this book. But we have 2 minutes until 10 a.m, so I'm going to finish setting up and hit the timer, and I will see you when I start reading. Okay, I have been reading for about an hour now, so I thought I would give you all an update. I'm on chapter 12, which is page 77, and I can honestly say I'm not feeling it. As of right now, it is not giving me 4 or 5 star vibes. It is probably only like a 3.5. But it's okay, because like I said, I'm only on chapter 12, so it could definitely improve, considering I'm on page 77 of 449. So I'm hoping it's going to pick up anyways. Yeah. But I think I'm going to go get breakfast, because I haven't had breakfast yet. And then I'm going to do a scenery switch, and I will see you in my kitchen. Okay, Okay, it is a Sunday and everyone is still asleep. So I'm going to be quiet, but welcome to the kitchen. I'm going to make breakfast and get a coffee, and then I will be back. Okay, we're 2 hours into the readathon, so I thought I'd give you an update. I'm now on chapter 24 of The Family Upstairs. And I do still think it's only going to be a 3.5 or a 3.75. Personally, I'm still not vibing with the storyline. I'm not vibing with the characters. I'm not feeling the usual gasp, oh my god, what the hell's just happened vibes that I do with a thriller book. With None of This Is True, I felt all of that within the first sort of 100 pages. I was like really brought in. With this one, not so much, but I am determined to continue to push through. Like I said, we're 2 hours in. I'm hoping to have finished it by the 4 or 5 hour mark, but we shall see. Okay, we're 2.5 hours into the readathon. I am halfway through this book now, and yeah, I am going to finish it, or I'm going to aim to finish it. Like I said, I want it finished ideally by the 4 to 5 hour mark. We're 2.5 hours in, so I think I can do it. I think I'm doing quite good. Like I said, it is fast paced. That's not the issue. The issue is I don't have a connection. I'm not feeling the immersion that I usually would this far into a thriller book. Yeah, that's my update, and I will come back to you hopefully when this is finished. Okay, I'm on chapter 44 now of The Family Upstairs, so it is nearly finished. I've discovered that it has 4 parts, so I'm on part 2. I have 2 more to go, but I've only probably got about 150-ish pages left, because there's 449 pages and I'm on 304. But yeah, I'm gonna make my lunch. I'm not having a big lunch because I'm having Mexican, so like tacos and fajitas for my tea. So I'm just gonna do some noodles and then I will be back. Okay, we are just over 5 hours into the readathon now. It is 3:15 in the afternoon, and I started this at 10 a.m. I've just finished The Family Upstairs, and it is only a 3-star. I didn't have my dramatic gasp moment. There was 4 parts to this book, and I honestly thought that by the time we got to part 3, I'd be on the edge of my seat, and I wasn't. Anything major that would have happened literally happened at the beginning of the book, when Libby finds out that she was the baby in the house. So, yeah. Not much has happened. There wasn't really much twist, in my opinion. You might love the book. I personally did not, so it was only a 3-star. But yeah, I have asked my book talk and Instagram girls to decide what book I read next, and the vote has decided my fate. So I'm going to be reading Your Child Next by MJ Outledge and Andy Maslin, and hopefully it's better than The Family Upstairs because I need a good read. Okay, we are just over 7 hours into the readathon now. I am now on chapter 23 of Your Child Next. This book is so easy to follow and it's got such an intriguing plot. She has received the message essentially saying that her child is dead, but her child's not dead yet. Because basically for her child to end up dead, she has to not give them what they want. I'm not going to tell you what they want because that's a spoiler, but she has to not give them what they want, and she has to not go to the police about the fact that they faked her child's death by sending her a video of her crying at her daughter's funeral. That's in the synopsis, by the way. That's not a spoiler. So yeah, I'm in chapter 23, which is page 95, and it's following days, so I'm actually intrigued about that. So I'm on day 3 at the minute. But yeah, I'm going to continue reading this and I will come back with an update later. I have made it to hour 8. I'm now on page 112, so there's 391 pages of this book, so I'm hoping I can have it finished by about 7:30, so about an hour and a half. If not the latest by 8 o'clock, so then I would have been reading for 10 hours. Which is good progress, because it basically means I'm reading a book in about 5 hours. I finished The Family Upstairs in 5.5 hours, so I'm hoping I can finish this in about 5 hours. Because I am a little bit of a slow reader. Like, even if I enjoy a book, I can still be like a slow reader. But I am enjoying this one more than The Family Upstairs. My review for The Family Upstairs is also now posted on Goodreads. I did that earlier. So I will link my Goodreads in the description box down below, and you can go check that out. Because, yeah, that book, in my opinion, was a bit of a shit show. But yeah, I'm going to go continue reading because I want to know what happens next, because I'm really intrigued in the story of what's going to happen to Annie's daughter. She's just gone to stay with her dad, even though Annie doesn't want her to. So I'm excited to see what happens next. And I will see you either when it reaches hour 9 or when I have my dinner, because my mum's cooking that at the minute and it's a Mexican and I'm really excited. But yeah, I will see you soon. Mwah. I got called down to eat my dinner, and because it was Mexican night, obviously I sat downstairs with my mum instead of coming upstairs and eating it while I read. But I am going to get back to reading now, because yeah, I'm nearly halfway. So I want to know what happens next, and I will update you when I reach the 10-hour mark, which is in about 40-ish minutes. We are on hour 10 of the readathon. I'm over halfway now, so that's good. I'm on page 192, so about chapter 46. But page 192 out of 391 isn't bad, because it just means I have about 200 pages left. And I'm hoping that within the next hour I can finish that 200 pages, because ideally we are on hour 5 now of reading this book. And I want to finish it before hour 6. But yeah. So Annie, the main character of this book, that obviously is having her daughter threatened, has now made a pact with a guy who has had his son threatened. So yeah. They made a pact so far. That's all I've really got from it, and I'm going to continue reading, and I will see you with an update probably when we reach hour 11 of day 1, and I'm hoping by then I've started the 3rd book of the readathon. What the fuck? Oh my god. What? Oh my god. What the hell? Okay, you probably gathered from the last couple of reactions that the book is getting a bit wild. So yeah, I'm going to stand by my statement that it's about a 4.75. I'm having my gasping moments. I'm having my what the hell moments with this book. I'm nearly at the end of it as well. So I'm on page 236 out of 391. So we're nearly at hour 11. So I'm hoping that if I don't start the next book today, I at least finish this one. Yeah. that's all I really have to say. It's getting amazing and it's really unhinged, and the plot is plotting. That's all I'm gonna say on that matter. Okay, you're gonna have to ignore how dark it is because I have not got up to turn my light on, and obviously it is no longer daylight outside. I have got the flash on my phone because I'm recording off my phone, and I have a light above that as well, but I don't know how much it's doing. As long as you can see me, that's all that matters. I now know who has been threatening to kill Annie's daughter, and yeah, I am so intrigued to see where this goes, because who it is, I wasn't actually expecting that. So yeah, I'm gonna go finish reading, and I will see you when I finish it, because I'm hoping that I can have it finished within the next sort of half an hour, so that I then have half an hour to get ready for bed and then start the third book that I've picked out. Finally, there is light. It's just gone 9:20, which means there's about 40 minutes left of this readathon. I have just finished Your Child Next. It is gonna be a 4-star or a 4.5. I haven't decided yet. I will decide when I put the good review in, probably tomorrow now, because when the plot twist happened, like, if you will have noticed from the reactions that I've been giving, the plot twist was given. The plot twist was shocking. I did not expect it to be the way that it was. Yeah, the book ended on a really good note. I think it was a bit fast paced in a sense of it all happened too quickly, because the events of this book took place over 6 days. So I felt like it was a little bit rushed. But yeah, other than that, it's a 4-star read for me. So I'm going to go get ready for bed, and then I will start The Ghost House by Helen Pfeffer. And I find it quite funny because the main female character in this book is also called Annie, and so was the character in this book. They just have 2 different last names. But yeah, I'm going to get ready for bed, and then I will start this. Yeah. Hey! Okay, as you can see, I am now in my pyjamas. I have about just under half an hour, so I'm hoping I can get at least a couple of chapters into this. I don't know how many pages it is. Why is there so many blank pages at the back of this book? Second. It's 246 pages, so it is a short one. So yeah, I'm hoping I can get at least a couple of chapters into it before 10 p.m, and then I can finish it tomorrow. This is me clocking out for the night. It is 10 p.m. I've reached chapter 4 of The Ghost House, so I will resume this tomorrow. But yeah, night everyone, and I will see you in the morning. Good morning, welcome to day 2 of the readathon. It is 9 a.m, so I have an hour until I need to recommence this. So I'm going to go get ready for the day, look a bit more put together, and then I will be back. Okay, I look a bit more put together now, just a tad. It is only 9:20, so I still have 40 minutes until we need to recommence this. So I think I'm going to finish my EastEnders episode and get comfy. I might get my breakfast, but I don't usually eat like straight away when I wake up, and it's only been about 20 minutes, so I might not do that. I'm definitely going to get a coffee, and yeah, I will see you when we hit 10 a.m. Okay, we're half an hour in. It is 10:30. I am on page 56 of this book. It is a little bit slow, so I'm hoping it's going to pick up. I know, this whole vlog you've just heard me complaining about the books I've read. I apologise. My Goodreads review for Your Child Next is now posted. Again, my Goodreads will get linked in the description box down below, so go check that out if you're interested. And yeah, I've got a coffee. I'm going to get back to reading, and I will update you all when we hit hour 14 of the challenge, which is in about half an hour. Okay, we are just about on 11 AM, which means if we're doing this technically, it would be hour 14 since I started the readathon. But since we're technically doing it in days, we're only an hour into day 2. So yeah, I am on chapter 7 now of The Ghost House. I'm on page 71 out of 264, and yes, I got that right. I looked over some of yesterday's footage before I went to bed, and I kept getting the page numbers wrong. But I definitely got it right. I have double checked. It is 264. It's dual timeline, so it's switching between 1987 and the present time. But right now, it is still confusing me. It is still really slow. I feel like this whole vlog is you hearing me rant about books that I hate. I promise that I actually loved Your Child Next after I finished it, alright? I might like this one as well, because it's turning into a hunt for a serial killer at some point in this book, as the synopsis has told me. But yeah, I have the book on audiobook, so if it gets too much, then I will switch to the audio. If I haven't finished it by 1 PM, which is in about 2 hours, I'm hoping it's finished, but if I haven't, then I'm going to put the audio on to finish it and get through it while I go to the library, because I need to return the family upstairs to the library anyways, and I need to see if they've got a book that they put on hold for me there, and I thought we could just read in the library. Yeah, that's my update. I'm going to try and push through, and I will see you when I see you. Okay, I think I'm going to put the audiobook on because it's nearly 11:30. I'm on chapter 10, which is like page 94, and it's just not progressing as much as I was hoping it would by this point, especially because it is like such a short book. It's literally like under 300 pages, and it's just going like really slow. So I think if I put the audiobook on, it will help me to clean my bedroom. I also have a very poorly kitty cat. He's been up in the night being sick, so I think if I put the audiobook on, I can give him the attention he deserves, because he was already in here earlier wanting all the love and attention. He has literally covered me in his cat fur. So yeah, I'm gonna go put the audiobook on and I will update you later. I definitely made the right decision putting the audiobook on. I'm getting through it quicker, and now that I'm listening to it, it doesn't feel like it's taken forever to get to the point. Like, now that I'm listening to the audiobook, it feels like the plot is definitely like now picking up, if you get what I mean. It doesn't feel really slow. So I think I'm going to continue listening to it for a couple of chapters, and then because it's nearly 12 o'clock, I'm going to listen to it, and then I'm going to pick up the book, and I'm going to see how much of it I can like kind of finish before 1 o'clock. And then whatever's left, I will listen to audio on the way to the library, because the library opens at 1. And I'm hoping I can finish it that way by like dual listening / reading it. Because it is, like I said, it's definitely picking up. So, yeah. I'm going to continue listening. Because I've made the bed, I've put the washing in the wash basket, and I've kind of tidied up. There wasn't really that much of a mess. I think I just needed to make the bed to feel that the space was clean, because I don't usually make my bed. I also found the necklace that I was looking for this morning, so I put that on. But yeah, I'm going to continue listening, and then I will come back to you later if I decide to pick up the book again. I'm also going to watch Brie, I have Bray on in the background, and yeah. What have I just listened to? Okay, the plot is now plotting. I think I'm going to finish this chapter on audiobook, and then I'm going to go back to the physical, because, oh my god, chapter 14, something creepy is going on here with some dude, and I have a feeling this dude is probably the serial killer, but, like, yeah. I want to know what's happening now. I'm drawn in. The audiobook has definitely helped me feel like the book's going to be a good read. Okay, I definitely made the right decision doing a couple of the chapters on audiobook. I'm now on chapter 16. Obviously from the synopsis, we know that there is a serial killer. We don't know his name yet, but we have now met him. And it's getting a bit wild. But now that I'm listening to it on audio, it is definitely flowing a lot better than it did when I was reading it on paperback. It's making more sense, so it will probably be a 4.75 to a 5 now that I've read it, depending on how it ends. But yeah, I'm gonna put the audio on still and see what happens, and I will update you later. I am in shock at what I've just listened to. It's good, but like that twist, like what? That kind of like slightly came out of nowhere. As you can tell, I am back from the library. I did pick up 2 books, so I will show you them before I go back to reading The Ghost House, which I'm going to read in physical format till the end, because we're nearly at the end now anyways. I'm on chapter 37 and there's only like 40-ish chapters. So the first one I picked up is The Wrong Child by MJ Outledge and Julia Crouch, and this is going to be the next book we read for this readathon because it is thriller edition. And then I just picked up The No-Show by Beth O'Leary because I feel after this I'm going to need a romance. Well, I was going to read the physical of The Ghost House, but now I need to pop to the shop. So I'm going to put the audiobook back on, and depending on how far I get into that, because it is getting really dramatic, like in a good way, I will finish the physical when I get home because the shop's literally around the corner. I should be like 10-15 minutes max. Okay, we have 7.5 hours left until this challenge ends. It's 2:30. I have just finished The Ghost House on audio because the audiobook literally finished as I walked back in the house from the shop. It's going to be a 4.75 because of the ending. I did like how it ended, and I appreciate the fact that when I was reading it in the library, because I had hit the midpoint of the book, the pace had picked up quite a lot, which is what I was looking for. It was just a slow start. I think there's a lot of names that you have to try and remember. So to me, that was more difficult. This is book 1 in the Annie Graham crime thriller series. So I'm hoping that if I decide that I want book 2, that it will be just as good. Obviously, this can be read as a standalone as well, so I might leave it at that. There's 3 books in the Annie Graham series that Helen has written. So if I decided I wanted more, then I would probably look into it. But it does have a good ending if you do just want to read it as a standalone. But anyways, now that is finished, I will put my Goodreads review in probably while I'm eating my dinner later. It is time for The Wrong Child by MJ Outledge. And Julia Crouch is what I was meant to say. And this says, when 3-month-old Max is abducted, his parents are plunged into their worst nightmare. Devastated mum Sarah only took her eyes off him for a second, but that doesn't stop her guilt. Even husband Jake can't hide his anger when their little boy went missing on her watch. By contrast, there are smiles and celebration at a caravan park in Lincolnshire as baby Blaze is introduced to the Star family. Jenna and Gary are delighted with the new addition to their family. He is their fourth child and a real object of delight to their eldest, 15-year-old Willow, who once again will raise the child. But trouble is brewing for the Star family. Willow is concerned by the desperate online appeals from Sarah and Jake. Baby Max has neonatal diabetes and without regular treatment will die. As baby Blaze becomes seriously ill, Willow makes a shocking discovery. What is the truth about her family, and how far will they go to hide their deadly secret? So yeah, I'm gonna start this. I also bought an energy drink and the limited edition biscuit and brownie Yorkie while I was at the shop. So I'm ready to enter the wild roller coaster that I'm sure this will be. Okay, we have just under 6 hours left. I am now on chapter 3 of The Wrong Child. This one has definitely put me in a little bit more than Your Child Next, so I have a feeling that I can probably get about halfway through this. By the time the readathon, I don't want to say I'm going to finish it because it is 670 pages and I don't want to feel a bit too ambitious. So yeah, halfway would be a good point to finish this. But I have decided that I'm going to get back into my pyjamas and then curl up in bed and read this with booktube on in the background. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I am now back in my pyjamas. So I'm going to curl up in bed and do some reading for maybe about 40-ish minutes because it is 4:20 in the afternoon. So I might start doing dinner at like 5 o'clock because I usually eat between like 5:30 and 6 o'clock. So if I start cooking at like 5, but yeah, I will see you with an update soon. Okay, I've reached chapter 7 of The Wrong Child. It is just about 5 p.m. So I think I'm going to go downstairs and get my dinner, no matter how much I don't want to move out of this bed. Because Mother Nature is due to give me a visit anytime soon. And I'm kind of glad she hasn't done it so far during this vlog, because otherwise I definitely wouldn't have got as much read that I have. I probably shouldn't be saying this because I might jinx it, but it's fine. And most of you that are probably watching this are female anyways. But yeah, I'm going to go get dinner, so I will see you in the kitchen and we can decide what I'm eating together. Right, you have been in my kitchen before, so I'm not going to reintroduce you. I'm stood in front of the fridge freezer right now. I think I'm going to finish the double chicken nuggets. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. And I don't know what I'm going to put with them yet. But yeah. Okay, this is what I mean. It's basically like one big chicken nugget, essentially. It's like 2 chicken nuggets stuck together. But yeah, these are from Iceland. They're really nice. They taste like McDonald's chicken nuggets. And my sister had a sleepover on Saturday. And she had some really nice fries that she wouldn't let me have any of. But there is half a bag left in the freezer, so I think I'm going to cook those as well. And yeah, I will see you when dinner is done. Okay, I've got my dinner. It's cooked. Also, yes, those chicken nuggets are cooked. I did check, trust me. But I'm going to go eat dinner. And then I'm going to get back to reading. So I will see you when I finish dinner. I am here. Dinner is finished. It is 2 minutes until 6 p.m. So we have 4 hours left of this readathon. Because obviously, because I'm doing 12 hours, so 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So it's 4 hours until it's 10 p.m. So I'm just going to jump straight back into it with reading, and I will give you an update probably when we hit the 3 hours left mark. And yeah, I will let you know how I'm getting on. Okay, I've just reached chapter 10. Max has now essentially gone missing. His parents, Sarah and Jake, can't find him. So yeah. Jenna and Gary also now have a new baby in the family, which is a bit suspicious. But yeah, it's pretty much reading the way that the synopsis has said it's going to happen. So I'm excited to read it further and see what Willow's suspicions are. Okay, we've got 3 hours left. I'm on chapter 14. As long as I can get halfway in the next 3 hours, that'll be good. Like I said, I'm not expecting to finish this book. It is 370 pages. And yeah, I don't think it's going to get finished. But 3 books and a half is a big achievement. Yeah. So far so good. I've had nothing bad to say about this book as of yet, which is a new one because it seems I've been complaining this whole vlog. But yeah, so far so good. All my Goodreads reviews are up to date. So again, that will be linked in the description box down below. You can go check them out. I will also be updating my reading progress on this book as well, so you'll be able to see that. But yeah, that's my update, and I will see you in a bit. I'm at the point that if my hair stays up any longer, it's going to give me a headache. It has been in that tight bun since 9:15 this morning, so I've took it down and put my headband on. But anyways, I have just reached chapter 17 of The Wrong Child. The police investigation to look for Max has now officially begun. And it is getting very interesting. Also, the Star family that have just got the new baby, have just left town. So that is also very suspicious. But yeah, I'm going to continue reading and I will update you later. Okay, if the lighting looks really dull, I apologise. I have put my book light above my phone because obviously I record off my phone. I am 17. I cannot afford a camera right now. I wish I could. But anyways, we have 2 hours left of the readathon. I'm excited about that because I'm tired. Alright? I'm on chapter 19 of The Wrong Child, and so far so good. I'm actually really enjoying this one. Wow! As if you thought I'd actually say I enjoyed a book this readathon. Anyways, yes, I'm actually really enjoying this one. Could it be a 5-star read? Maybe. So yeah, I'm on chapter 19, and I'm really enjoying it, so I am going to go continue reading it, and I will see you probably when we have an hour left, unless something interesting happens before then. It is dark, I do apologise. It's not dark enough that I can't see. So if you can see me, that is great. I just don't want to put my light on because it's an LED light bulb, so it is like really bright. However, because of how good the book is getting, I have decided that I'm going to open my bag of sweet and salted popcorn that I got. And if you made it this far into the video, no idea what's going on outside, just ignore it. If you've made it this far into the video, you will have seen earlier on in the vlog, so I think it was yesterday, I showed you my snacks, and yeah, I picked that up and I'm going to open it. I'm going to put Waterloo Road on in the background and I'm going to continue reading for the next hour and a half. Okay, we officially have 1 more hour left. I'm on chapter 25 now. Max has now officially been missing for 4 days. And yeah, it is getting really interesting. I think I'm going to read for maybe about another half an hour, and then I'm going to go brush my teeth, do my skincare, and then I will then read until the end of the hour, like I did last night. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I think I'm going to read until 9:30, and then I'm going to go spend about 10 minutes just doing my little skincare routine. I only use one product. It's like a knockoff CeraVe, and brush my teeth, and yeah. Okay, my skincare is done and I've brushed my teeth. We have about 28 minutes left, so I'm just going to see how much I can read of The Wrong Child. I'm on chapter 27 at the minute, so I'm hoping I can get to at least maybe chapter 32, but we shall see. Also, yes, there is light because I turned the light on as I left the bedroom to go into the bathroom. Okay, the timer has just finished and I'm so tired right now. I said I wanted to get to chapter 32 in the last clip. I made it to chapter 35, which is actually halfway. And I think I said earlier that if I at least got halfway through the 4th book of this readathon, I would be so proud of myself. So yeah, I've read 3 whole books and I'm halfway through this one. All the reviews / updates will go on Goodreads. But yeah. Good night. Hello. Yes, it is the next day, but that is because at 10 p.m. last night, I did not want to be filming my reading wrap and my outro. So I'm going to do that now, and then you can be done with me until my next video. Okay. The first book of this readathon was The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. This one only got a 3-star from me because, personally, even though the book was fast-paced, I didn't feel any connection to these characters. I didn't gasp at plot twist. I don't think there was any major twist, in all honesty. It was a dual timeline point of view book. And that was all good, but I just kind of got lost. I didn't know what was going on at times. It's literally only got a 3-star because of how fast it was. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. The second book of the readathon is Your Child Next by MJ Outledge and Annie Maslin, and this one was a 4.5 on Goodreads. I probably would have rated it a 4.75 to a 5 if it wasn't for the fact that because it is written in days, I just felt like the plot was kind of crammed together and like really rushed. I feel like for all of this to have happened in 6 days is a bit not realistic, but yeah, it was still a good book overall. And as you now would have seen, I have now started another book from MJ Outledge, so yeah, that was a 4.5 from me. Then I read The Ghost House by Helen Fiffer. I finished this one yesterday. Again, I think I only gave it a 4.5 on Goodreads. It wasn't really a fast-paced book. However, it was dual timeline, and basically, as a hunt for a missing girl turns into a search for a serial killer, the timelines do start to merge together. So yeah, as I reached the middle, the pace did pick up. It was overall a good book. I didn't see the twist coming. I will probably still continue to read it as a standalone though. I won't read the other 2 books that are out in the Annie Graham series, just because I think the way that it's ended is a good ending. And then we have book number 3 of the readathon, which is book number 4 of the readathon even, not book number 3, which is The Wrong Child by MJ Atledge, and I did not finish this one, so it does not have a rating. However, I think probably at one point I've said to you that we might have a 5-star read on our hands. So yeah, I got halfway through this, which was actually what I was hoping for, because we didn't have a lot of time left when I started this. So that was 108 pages, and overall I read 1,224 pages, I think, now that I've added it up. I will go back and double check and put the right answer on the screen anyways. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are interested in the reviews for all of these books that were read in this readathon, my Goodreads will be linked in the description box down below, so feel free to go and check that out. Don't forget to like and comment. If there is any videos you want to see, or if you want to see more 24-hour readathons, also let me know that in the comment section. Like the video, and while you're there, why not drop a cheeky subscribe? Mwah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.